All right, folks, thank you for staying with us, and we are back in the hot seat to this great guest, a good friend of mine also. I got to mention, he's an MC, comedian, and actor. Please welcome NaMÓ to the show. Did I say it right? NaMÓ or NaMÓ? NaMÓ.
I mean, you have to say it with a traditional voice.
With the exclamation point at the end.
NaMÓ. Yeah, everybody will be like, what's going on?
The Oga at the top.
I don't know about that, though. I don't know about that. All the people that have claimed Oga at the top have lost their jobs or moved out of the country, you know?
How you doing, man? Good to have you on the show, bro.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming.
Long time coming.
NaMÓ. What does NaMÓ mean? Is that your real name, by the way?
That's my real name. That's like the identifier. That's like the name that, you know, it's an expression from the name my parents gave me.
Okay.
But as a name, it just allows me to just make that emphatic pronunciation of who I am anywhere.
NaMÓ.
So, be it on stage and performing and hey, introducing NaMÓ. Everybody
that's
like,
it.
Who's that? You know? Yeah. It's all about the name.
That's it. Tell me the least spat that you have with Facebook. They won't let you register NaMÓ.
Speaking about the name,
yeah,
you know,
you know,
it's a case of you want to sign up on Facebook, right?
Okay.
So it's a one name thing, NaMÓ.
Okay,
and then I go on Facebook and they're like, no, you have to have two names. You can't have one, unless if you're a public figure. I'm like, I'm no Mandela. I'm just a performer.
I'm not Obama.
I'm not
just
Obama.
NaMÓ.
Public figure. Those are the guys that get shot. No. But so I had to get a second name.
Okay.
So a lot of people think it is Namoski. You know how when you make someone laugh and the person laughs so hard and it's like Namoski. Yeah. So I was like, okay, Ski.
Okay,
and
Ski,
Facebook was like,
it.
good choice. I'm like, okay.
All right, that's a good way to get to find yourself a new name.
Yeah.
You're from Nigeria.
Oh yes, Nigeria it is.
Now, how long have you been here? I mean, it's been a long time, right?
Yeah, you know, it depends on who you talk to. You know, these days it's like when you say long time, people will be like 20 years, you know, 32. I ain't competing with anybody, you know. I believe 6 is long.
Oh, it's long.
I feel 6 is
Now, since we're in Nigeria, let's talk about these elections, man. What's going on over there?
I just got on the show. We're already talking about the election.
Let's talk about it. Hey, since I'm in Nigeria here, I want to talk about the election and then the Boko Haram thing. What's going on,
Oh,
man?
my God.
The election was postponed again.
You know, I wish we could put a finger to everything that is going on. But what we know is that the election is all about two people, fundamentally, that believe that they have the vision of the country. You know, they know what it is that they want to accomplish. And most of the people in the audience, I mean, you're Africans, you understand what it means to win an election in Africa. You know,
well,
your family is set. You know,
right? The family,
that's the first thing.
The whole neighborhood is set,
beyond that,
man.
though, you know, it's just a case of, you know, how exactly do we make the country that, you know, has been blessed with so much.
So Nigeria is
so much
such a
more,
rich country, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
Not only in people, but in also, you know.
We're the most populous black nation. I mean, that has to count for something.
140, 150 million people, man.
That was the count that they
Official
claimed.
count.
I don't know about that official, but we're like 220 million. We're like competing with China. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It's gonna take you a while before you catch with China, man.
If you count all of us, do you know there's a Nigerian in every part of the globe? If you count all of us,
I believe that.
If you count all of us,
I believe that.
We're Chinese, man.
I believe that, man.
Or India or something.
So how was it growing up, man, in Nigeria? Because you grew up there, right?
Oh, yeah.
How was it, man? A lot of fun?
I mean, growing up in Nigeria is like, the best thing about my country is the tradition, the traditional elements. I mean, we had solutions for things before, as it were, the proverbial Western part of the world came to show us a better way, or, you know, with technology or innovation. But we had our own cultural rules and traditional ideas.
That's true.
You know, so growing up under that allows you, I mean, take, for instance, the proverbial, it takes a village. I hear people talk about it here in the U.S. It takes a village. I'm like, we have the villages. Ain't nobody got a village here. You know, we're the real ones with the village, where it takes a village, where your neighbor's mother, aunties,
now
cousins,
that you mentioned, there's no village here.
Is the one who tells you what you need to do at school. You know,
absolutely.
So, yeah. So
now you've been here for a while. Long time. You don't want to say exactly how long, because
you know,
it's very subjective.
Exactly.
So you MC. You are a comedian.
True.
And you're also an actor. Now, how do you get into that, man?
So beyond that, I'm so many things too. You know, philanthropist.
It will take us this an hour.
Pseudo doctor.
It will take us an hour to mention everything.
Everything, right? Yeah. Chief, doctor, professor, governor. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so emceeing, acting, everything for me has, you know, I love it when the musicians, you know, all the artists in this country talk about where they started. They'll be like, oh, I started singing in church. You know, me too. I started acting and telling jokes in church. Like, I was a kid who was like, sit down. I'm like, no, I'm joking.
I see.
You know? Yeah, yeah, so, you know, I started off as a young kid, you know, loving that whole theater, you know, the theater and acting. I remember seeing Jim Carrey, you know, and I was like, man, I got to be like that guy. But immediately I told my parents that. They were like, huh? You want to be what?
An actor? Comedian?
No. Oh, you want to be clown?
They say clown.
That's exactly.
Not a comedian, you're a clown.
You want to be a clown? No. What happened to being doctor, engineer? Yeah, so it's something I've always explored. But in 1999, that was like the turning point. 1999, my sister convinced me to host her wedding.
Okay.
You know, she had like an MC back then. It used to be like presenters and TV. You know, TV anchors and all that. And, you know, so they had one of those guys there, but she was like, you know, join him, just go with him. You have what it takes, you can do this. And, you know, so I got on stage, you know, I keep telling her that every day. I say, hey, you know, I started with your wedding, you know. So 1999 was a turning point, and, you know, I hosted. It was such a blessing to just stand up there and just be a part of something and help, you know, make people see what it is that, you know, the person who's celebrating wants them to see. So. And
then it was a system, man. So maybe you want to make it a very special affair.
You know, hey, now, bro, you know how we roll.
Now, you know, mentioning about MC, because that's what you do. You host a lot of weddings around, you know, America, in Canada, you know, even in the Caribbean. Is that something that a lot of people, you know, take into account when they actually plan their wedding? Because I know you do a lot of those.
Yeah, that is a very interesting thing. I mean, most of the people here in the audience know that when it comes to wedding, MCs are not the first thing that people think about.
Looking at the DJ, man.
Yeah, they look at, you know, they're like, oh, I want my people to dance. You know, where's the chandelier coming from the rooftop, and, you know, where the dancers perform. But, you know, interestingly, I tell people a lot that, you know, you could spend all the money you spend, but if you don't have the right person to help you execute, allow people actually see what you've spent money on, the time that you've spent, then what's the whole point? It's not going to be any different from an association meeting. You know, those traditional association, you go mad association meeting, you know, and then you get there like, you know, what's going on? So, you know, the whole idea of being an MC is being able to, you know, curate an event, you know, so you are funny, you are hilarious, but at the same time, it's all about organization. You know what's going on in the kitchen, you know what's happening on stage.
The MC is involved in
You're involved, you need to know. Because if the audience isn't eating, nobody's laughing. Exactly. That's like, no, you know, you have to be there. You have to be on top of things. So,
that's true.
You know, coming from an event side, I've been doing this, you know, like I said, hosting a lot of corporate events, you know, doing a lot of that from Nigeria. Too. So even when I got here, I found out that there was this, you know, this need for people to actually say, you know what, I have different kinds of people coming, Africans, non-Africans, friends from work, people coming around, and, you know, I have my traditional elements, all those things, and they want somebody to help them, you know, navigate, explain, talk it all, be funny. That is really what being a master of, that's what it is, master of ceremony.
That's true, because I've done some of those, you know, I've hosted some weddings that it's not easy.
No. People think it is.
No, it's not easy.
They say things like, where's that our cousin that likes to talk? Where's that our cousin that likes to talk? Bring him, let him come and MC. You know, that's exactly what they think it is. But, you know, it's beyond that. It's really being able to, you know, like most of my clients, when they call me, I help them go through the process. You know, they go to my website, they contact us. We help them walk through the process, and, you know, we help them draw up a program. We help them, you know, curate the idea. We tell them what are the unique elements of your wedding that you really want to show. And, you know, we do that. And for me, I feel that it's all acting. There's a bit of acting involved, because you need to end the wedding and people will say, you must be the cousin of the groom, right? No, you're just the hired hand. You know, there's an element of comedy because you're there making people laugh, both at their tables, both as you speak, as you give announcements, and you talk about what's going on, and you plan out with a couple. And then the most important thing is that you're a master of that ceremony. You know, you're like the extension of the couple.
Absolutely.
So you help them really come out the way they want to come out. So it's a special thing that I'm really pushing the envelope and challenging the status quo.
But you do that a lot. I mean, you travel all over the country and you do that. And do people, you know, understand that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, most weddings, I mean, do they, like, go ahead and say, hey man, I need an MC, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
a professional MC,
yeah.
not a cousin or Lady Pookie or Ray Ray, you know, from the village, like a professional one.
That's a good one, cousin Ray Ray.
Yeah, okay. You know.
Yeah, well, what has happened over the years is that, you know, there's been this influx of the whole comedy thing. Nigerians love to laugh. Africans love to laugh.
And they like to dance.
The saying, laughter is the best medicine, is an African proverb. Because we don't have medicine. You know, it's like we have laughter, you know, so it's like we designed that. It was us. So, you know, so we love to laugh. So every celebration, anytime people come together, there's this laughter element. So there's a lot of comedians, you know, who have been co-opted to do this. And for me, as somebody who does stand-up comedy also, opened up for Broman from the Martin Lawrence show, you know, in Chicago. So I've done stand-up American side, Nigerian side. I'm putting together comedy shows.
Now, what's the difference between? Go ahead.
But now people are realizing that if somebody comes and laughs at a $100,000 wedding and goes home, I'm going to bite that. I'm going to bite the teeth. I'm going to bite my teeth. I'm going to bite my tongue. I'm going to stay there and be wondering, what did I do with the $100,000? So now we would want to have an MC, you know, Yvonne Oji, you know, Yvonne Oji. Right?
Yeah,
Yvonne, yeah, you know. She's doing all right. So we have folks like that who now, you know, we come in and we help people curate, you know, curate their weddings and create events. And not just weddings. Like I've done everything now, I think the only thing left I haven't done is a funeral. You know, if I host a funeral, I'm done. I just
how would I go, man? Try to make who we gonna make laugh?
Exactly.
The dead man, maybe.
You know, so I've hosted a lot of things. And,
okay.
You know, I still do stand up too.
Yeah, absolutely. You've done commercial. You know, you've been in movies before, and I think you're doing a great job. Now, what was your being a comedian? Who were like your mentors or your idols, you know, growing up that you looked up to in the comedy world?
You know, when it comes to comedy, I would admit that I was influenced first by people outside Nigeria, as it were. Growing up in Nigeria, I was influenced by, you know, the videos that were brought back home by people, you know, before the cinemas. At 7, 8 years old, I watched, like I said, Jim Carrey. I watched. You know, I saw the beginnings of people like Chris Rock and, you know, those kind of witty comedy where you're really looking at issues and you're trying to pass a message, but you want to say it in such a way that people are going to laugh at themselves, you know, and be like, you know, what was, you know, that kind of thing. So being animated and all that, you know, so I would say that I got my influences there. But in Nigeria, I know that Alibaba, you know, the grandfather of comedy, the master himself, he was a huge influence because he actually made it possible that we could begin to think of comedy as something, you know, professional, that you could, you know, you could wear a suit, which I love to wear. You know, you wear a suit and you can come out and perform and you can make people laugh. You're a performer, man. You know, it is. And then the biggest thing is that I think he's one of the people that has really inspired me on how to think on my feet. Because it's one thing to come up and write some jokes and come and perform, but right there, something is going on, you can be funny right in the moment. You know, it's special. And that's really what I drive on. And weddings and events, that's the best place you see because it's like something is going on right there and you're like, hey, this is it. I gotta go in on this one.
React, man. I gotta catch it on and run with it. So what are you working on right now? I know there's an event taking place in August.
Oh yes. So we have this group called Umu Igbo Unite. Umu Igbo Unite, UIU. It's an Igbo organization, and what they've done over the years is to build a framework whereby they can actually continue that whole message of how important it is to keep our culture, the Igbo culture going. And, you know, they've used it as an opportunity for, you know, blessing the lives of young Igbo people that were born in diaspora. And so they come together in different parts of the country every year. And so, you know, through our collaboration and the pitch that my group had with them, we put together a comedy show last year as the package starts on the first day. So August 6th in New Jersey at the Marriott Hotel, we'll be putting together the second UIU comedy show, and we'll be having some of the best guys from the country.
You gonna be emceeing?
I'll be hosting it. I'll be performing. I don't know. People always think that when you host, you don't perform.
No, you're actually performing. Exactly. By hosting.
You're like doing two things at the same time.
Absolutely.
But at the end of it, nobody wants to take a picture with you. They're like, you were not the headliner.
No. I'm on stage.
I'm like on stage right after I'm before everybody. You know? But so we'll be having like you know, all the cats, and you know, we have a couple of people. You know, we question marks yet. We don't want to tell anybody yet, but UIU, you know, August
You're working
6th.
on that.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's good. Now, how do people get in touch with you? I know you have a website where they can get all your info and everything. How do people get in touch with you?
You know, proverbially, they said we must have a website. You know, I read somewhere that by 2020 or so, everybody has a website. But I was like, really? Okay, let's go get one. No, make it not be like, say, let it not be that we are not following. So, you know, yes, so there's a website, www.namoworldwide.com.
Okay.
NaMO, then worldwide. You know,
you on Facebook?
Facebook as NaMOski.
NaMOski,
you know,
the famous NaMOski was forced to have this.
I had to have a second name or else, you know, so I have NaMOski.
Your Twitter, stuff like that.
Then every other thing is NaMO Worldwide. Okay. NaMO Worldwide on Instagram, on Twitter, it's all NaMO Worldwide.
Okay.
You know, it's better that way. Anyway,
I know, right? It's easy, man. NaMO.
That's
the Oga at the top.
Why do you always say this Oga at the top? I mean,
you taught me that. I learned from you, man. You taught me that. Every time it's like the Oga at the top. Yeah, I love that funny, too, man.
Man, congratulations on this, bruh. I mean, your show is, you know.
Listen, we're working, man. You know, I'm always blessed to have people like you on my show. You know, try to showcase, you know, people that are doing real things in real time and try to promote their culture and promote their country and promote Africans in a diaspora.
You know,
you know
and you know, with everybody here, I mean, it's great to just see how you're building this community out here. In Florida. We can't wait for you to. I know that it's expanded. Everybody's watching you from coast to coast, from Canada all the way to the Caribbean. But you know, I keep saying that we need to take you to Africa. Let people see what you are doing here.
It would happen.
You're competing with all the late night talk show guys right there.
It would happen in due time. So with the help of people like you, absolutely.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course. All day, every day, twice on Sunday.
NaMO. I got it. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Bunks, NaMOski, everybody. Stick around. We'll be right back.